Hello everyone, welcome to day 76 of my road to $100,000 a month. I went to a call to review my Facebook metrics and see sort of next steps, because for the times that I've been at my desk today, I've been watching the metrics, seeing how much spend they get, and then adjust and looking at other soft metrics like CPC, seeing it doesn't go too high, or impressions, seeing that if we get 1,000, then what do you do? Or then you either decide to keep it running and scale it, or you kill the ad, as well as how much spend the ad gets, and whether or not, again, you let it ride out and scale it, or you kill the ad. And so I've been doing that, and it's been good. Making ads and spending time watching the spend go. And some ads have done really well and gotten really good soft metrics. My listicle has really good soft metrics. It could also be a case of people just clicking through and just seeing what there is on the other side. But there's been a 2% add to cart. 2%, which is horrific. There should be at least like a 30, at least. It should be 30% purchase rate, let alone 30% add to cart. So the next thing is, what do I do from there? And it's change the offer and do some significant changes. There's not really too much. Excuse me, not really too much that I can do to change it, other than a BOGO would make sense. But there is a BOGO that gets run by competitors, so maybe I'll test a BOGO as well, actually. That would also be quite a high price point. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to compete on my competitor then, but I can do a free gift. And do something, that goes along with the product. So that's what I'm going to be running. Just need to sort of figure out positioning and how to put that in ads, plus the product page, plus the listicles. So that will be tomorrow. Also got to wake up in a couple of hours and go and get my ads reviewed. It's strange because I used to be sort of scared that I'd be losing sleep and that I'd be wasting time doing this. And it was sad for going to this call. Excuse me. There's been times where I've shown up to the call I've just been on and thought, oh, this is just the advice that he's going to give me. There's no point hanging around. I'm going to leave. And that just doesn't serve me at all. Hasn't helped my goal at all. You just need to stay on. You need to stick through it, even if I'm the last person who gets called through and I'm there for 2 hours. I still need to show up because it's worth my time. And I can also learn things along the way from other people. There's people doing $100,000 plus on these calls. People spending $2,000-3,000 US a day just on marketing. Like, I'm in the best place. Excuse me, best place to get advice. So that's that. Yeah, it's just a shift in my belief in myself, a shift in what just needs to be required, what I need to put myself through. And it's not crazy. Like, I'm not saying crazy to some other people, but I think if I were to talk to other entrepreneurs about their sort of like trenches, early days, they'd be like, yeah, like we used to pull all-nighters, I used to pull all-nighters. I used to work from here to there and just get what's required done during the day. And I wish I had that belief when I first started. I think I got caught up in the hype of I've just purchased BBA, or I've just purchased a mentor, or I've just purchased a Shopify account. This is all well and good, but they're not moments of hype. Here's me. Yeah, you just need to be realistic, and you need to own your identity and own what you're signing up for. But at the same time, you never really know what you're signing up for, I think. But yeah, you just got to realise what is required, I think, and think, can I do that? Like, actually, can I do that? Can I go to these calls weekly despite my sleep? Like, and then what are you going to give up for it? Like sleep, like your energy. Like, I was ready to go to bed 2 hours ago. That being said, it would be 10:30, but yeah, I've pushed through. This isn't even crazy hours, you know. I'm sure there'll come a time where I'll look back on a night like this and think I shouldn't have gone to bed. I should have stayed up, and I should have done this whole new offer because I'm still spending money on ads. And then I'll get it out because I'm spending money and it needs to be done. And then I can just roll straight into the call, straight into this thing, that thing, and this thing. So, call for ads, straight into doing, like, what he recommends after, and just keep the ball rolling until I literally pass out of my desk. But I'm also not that desperate. But, you know, you can see where really uncomfortable positions require a sort of forced growth. Like, if I was really, really strapped for cash and I was really running a top at ship, I wouldn't want to spend this next 8 hours sleeping. And you know, it could be 50 or 60 bucks. And without really much change in the ads I'm running, or I should also preference that I have remade the product page, added a few things down the bottom, and just changed up the offer presentation. So see if that does anything. It should. But yeah, if we're sitting at a similar add to cart rate, it's not even like, I know that I need significant change, and I'm going to get that with more significant results. I'm going to get that with significant change. So that's that. That's today. What else we got in here? Yeah. So I'm glad that I'm getting advice and I'm making the most of these weekly opportunities. Yeah, just make the most of advice. Own what you're doing, own your journey. Yeah, that's the biggest lessons I've taken away from just sort of this year as a whole. this could happen pending my results. And I think back on how far I would have come if I just owned it then and thought, right, let's do this shit, you know. So, anyway, bedtime, day 77 tomorrow. Adios.